All right, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you. Merry Christmas to you. For me, I don't celebrate that Christmas, and I will tell you what. Share the video, guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you there. This is Jay Randy here, and thank you for joining me on this Eve. There are other people who are already celebrating the Christmas holiday, and let me say hi to you guys here. Let me take this thing off for now. I think my eyes are getting better. And I hope you guys can hear me over there. So please share the video here. Please share the video. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you there. If you're just joining me here, this is Jay Randy here. And let me say happy Christmas to you. Like the people always say, Merry Christmas to you. For me, I take the day or the Christmas as just an ordinary day. And I'm just grateful to God for the opportunity that He gave to me all the time. Excuse me there. So tonight I have a video for you guys here, and I'm going to play the video, and then we're going to look over that video, and begin to discuss the video. The video is about a famous lady online, and she went to Liberia and she had a very, very bad experience. So I would like you to share it. For those of you who are watching me on other media, this is a program called the Tabletop Discussion. Here we come here to discuss issue and happenings in Liberia, a country in West Africa, where there are times things goes wrong, and we must discuss this thing. The government in this country is struggling to make ends meet. The government, many of the officials are not following the rule of law in the country, and there are things. And tonight we have a very good video experience of a lady from Monrovia who left the United States, and she had a very, very tragic, not tragic, but a very, very troubling experience. And we are about to share that video here with you guys. All right, so please stay put and let me load the video up for us to listen to the latest story. And let me say a big thank you to her for being very strong to stand her ground. And let me just advise those who are watching that the video contains some strong language or languages. So please make sure that you keep certain broadcasts away from the kids. This video is coming from Monrovia, the country in West Africa. Um, they had 12 years of leadership there, but now the current leadership seems to be struggling to maintain the rule of law because officials in the government themselves are also not following the rule of law. And I won't be surprised come next year, the human rights report will pin the government as not doing well enough on the human rights and women violence. So let's get to the video here so that we can listen and analyze it as well.
In America, you better be warned tonight. You and your
So this video here belongs to a lady called Shadow Roberts, and let me say a big thank you to her for bringing to Facebook her experience in Liberia. Yeah, she had a very bad experience in Liberia, and she thought it was to share her experience with every one of us who found ourselves out of the country to listen and learn from her. Every Liberian who live anywhere you find yourself, even around the borderlines of our country, Sierra Leone, Guinea, the Ivory Coast, you should go back to your country of origin, and that is Liberia, and be free to walk, be free to express yourself, because we live in a country that practices democracy. We had series of coup d'etat back in the days, almost 45 years ago, and then few years ago, we have a civil war that took 250 lives of our people. And you imagine that after all the trauma, after all the destruction, fatality that took place in our country, you imagine that we will have a better country. But I don't think this government, uh, led by Mr. Weah, is actually doing what democracy requires any leadership to do. So without further delay, I'm going to play this video and I want you to listen to this lady here. Very, very troubling. She went to Liberia to uh, she went to Liberia for a holiday vacation, but it seems to be that she's not having a really good holiday. But we pray for her that things work out for her and she be safe out there. But here is a story.
good evening, my dear friends and well wishers. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. It's Christmas Eve.
And to everyone, if you listen out there, I'm encouraging you to share the video because I think, or the last time I made a request that anyone who goes to Liberia, please send me the video so that I can be able to share on my platform so that Liberians, non-Liberians who tend to watch the show to get to understand what is actually happening in our country. And I think Sis Robert video topped the list tonight because she just left from Minnesota, went to Liberia, and in less than a week, she's being attacked in the country. And folks, I mean, when I tell you guys that Jay Randy, is afraid to go to Liberia, listen to the woman's story and tell me what I have been doing on Facebook and what she has also been doing. Do you see any reason? So share the video, guys. Please share the video.
In Liberia, it's Christmas Eve in America at the same time. And I'm pleased, I'm well pleased to be here. I'm so happy, I'm so glad that I'm in Liberia, my country of birth. And I'm not going to be afraid of no cockroach. I'm not going to be afraid of no rebel. I'm not going to be afraid of no child killer. I'm not going to be afraid of no drug pusher. I'm not going to be afraid of no loser. I'm not going to be afraid of no low life.
So as you listen, this lady, she was attacked at a restaurant today in Liberia. And she had been very vocal in the United States, exercising her freedom of speech on things she see. And I think it is her constitutional and God-given right to express herself. But she decided to go back to Liberia. And some people who support the government, are called pro-government supporters, are not taking their personal feelings over the constitution of our country. I gave every Liberian the right to say what he or she believe is or are the right thing to say. So she's in Liberia. She was attacked today, our time, and she came out here to tell us what's going on.
I came to announce tonight I'm in Monrovia, Liberia. I was not afraid to tell you guys. When I got here, I made sure to announce to KMTV that I'm here. I'm not afraid of you. Me? I'm here to the end of my vacation. Said to everyone, be warned. I'm here until the end of my freaking vacation in America. Eh? You better be warned tonight. You and your entire family. Georgia Miller. Fasia Fremont. The entire Fremont family in Liberia and America. You better be warned. You better test the deal. She better stay the freaking away from me. Or else, bitches are going to be deported. Eh? Fasia Fremont. Georgia baby Miller Taylor, whatever your freaking name is. You better don't try me. You don't want to lose your job. You don't want to be deported. You know one thing America hates? America hates people who gather to kill other people. Who make plans. Who try to hurt other people. That's against United Nations law. We can have a problem, but you don't attack me. That bullshit you try to dance at everyone. You know.
Like I said to you guys, there are some strong language in the video, so I'm going to continuously remind you guys. But there is a message behind this video that I want you guys to also understand as well. So please bear with us as this lady explained her close encounter with people back in Liberia, or because she expressed her freedom of speech, and she's being attacked for that.
You can try it nowhere else, right? And I want your ass to put it out of that restaurant. You and your useless rebel husband. I dare you. If tonight, I dare the entire CDC government. You gonna try me. America know I'm here. That's a damn thing you can do. I came to this country, I didn't bother you. Liberia is my freaking country of origin. I was born here. I was raised here. I was born right here in Cuba. I'm not afraid of you. Pia! Pia! I dare you! You bring it on.
So just so you know, the CDC government is the Coalition for Democratic Change, and it is the current government in the country. So when you hear her saying the CDC government, she's referring to the Coalition for Democratic Change. It is the current leadership in the country. And she's alluding, I think, to the government, especially the supporters who may be trying to attack her and stuff like that. So I'm calling on the government of Liberia because now she mentioned the CDC government name. I hope that the government of Liberia I mean, they have invited Liberians and friends of Liberians, I mean, friends of Liberia to visit the country. So, but Liberians and friends of Liberia are in the country visiting. Some are on their way. But from the video that is coming from this lady about her being attacked at a local restaurant, I don't think it really uh, meet the goal and expectation of what many Liberians and friends of Liberia were expecting in the country. So for those who are planning to travel there, you guys have to be very, very careful, especially when you are vocal out here and trying to provide some political correctness to the country. You just have to be very, very careful.
And I am in Liberia. I will not be afraid. I'm not going to run. Run for who? Yeah. This too is freedom. This too is United Nations. This too is America. This too is freedom to my freaking speech, my rights as a freaking human being. I'm going to enjoy myself. I will go to Calabash. I will go to Mususpat. I will go to Boulevard. I will go to Royal Palace. I will go to every freaking where, including the freaking beach. I will enjoy my freaking life. You better tell President we have to. You better leash your fucking dogs. You better tell we have to leash his dogs. This message is for you, President Weah. You better get your funky dogs under control. This is our country. We came on vacation. I came to freaking get back.
And you see, guys, most often when I tell you guys that some of us are very concerned about our country, some of you just think that, oh, because J Randy want to say stuff, and J Randy just want to say stuff and don't want to go to Liberia. Life is a very long journey, and all the processes that you go through, you don't want somebody to just become a storming black to you. This lady, she has her right to express herself, as long her expression doesn't create any harm to any individual, but it's just done within the confinement or in a confined space or spaces of the Constitution of Liberia, that is freedom of speech. I don't think she should be attacked. So you heard her calling on the president of Liberia, who is in charge of the CDC, to listen to what has happened to her. Guys, if you're watching the video, I encourage you to share the video, because as little as we are right now, if anything spark out of control, many people will not be aware of this video. So do the best you can to share it. This is very chilling. This is a very scary situation. After the video, you are also going to listen to the Vice President, Madam Joy Howard Taylor, the Vice President of Liberia. She also accused the government of being very inactive and very poor when it comes to rape and sexual violence in the country. You're going to hear it from her as well. So this is very, very important, ladies and gentlemen. And for those who just want to go to Liberia and have pleasure, well, be my guest. Some of us will remain here because I don't think the government really want to see any form of correctness on most of the things they do. Let me say hi to a few people here. I see Eric Darcy is here. He's one of my permanent person who watch the show all the time. And I would like to say hi to Henry Yango. He's another person who is very permanent here as well. Let me say hi to Sam William. He's someone who is very permanent. And then I see Ciara is here. She's always in and out based on her schedule. Mo Williams, Wilmont is, I don't know, I think it should be a male. He's also here, but I stand to be corrected. And then I see my sis student is here. She all in and out, in and out, in and out. I mean, that's fine. But again, welcome to the show, guys. So let's listen to this lady and understand what's going on. But again, we call on the government of Liberia. We call on the Liberia National Police. This woman was attacked. Thank God for those who protected her. But we're looking forward to the Liberia National Police. The police is the referee in the community. Whatever happened in the community, the police is supposed to go and create peace, but at the same time conduct investigation. Why? what has happened to this lady. We want to understand from the police investigation what caused her to be attacked and what corrective action that is being put in place to prevent another happening of such. Let's listen more.
Our people are suffering. They cannot even afford a meal a day. Today, I divided 100 bags of rice, making sure those mothers who have children don't buy rice by cup tomorrow. Some women are going to buy rice by cup tomorrow. You better leash your dogs. You better take your dogs. They are barking at the wrong dog, because their other dog is a wolf. This other dog is a lion. That's why I came to Liberia. When I came, I didn't have myself. I'm not no damn fugitive in my own damn country. Enough is enough. Enough is fucking enough. Tomorrow,
like I said again, there is no way that I can predetermine what you're going to say, because the video hasn't been edited. This is completely uncut, so please bear with me with the language being put out here, please.
That bullshit at the Costa, and I'm going to Freetown, and I'm going to Guinea. I can be right to the damn airport. You see the airport here, the dark shit? I passed it to the dark shit to get part of my damn shit America. I need bother y'all. I came to rest. I came on vacation. I came to my family. Today I lost my uncle. It was very simple. Former director of the National Port Authority. He served this country as a patriot, as a citizen. I'm a born freaking citizen. I was only naturalized as an American.
Ciara Townsend, you just want to, I just encourage you to listen to the video, because she has video footage that she also recorded based on the interaction. But like I said earlier, she is in Liberia visiting her country, but she was attacked. According to her, she was attacked by supporters of the government for being very open on issue. And like I said earlier, many government supporters and sometimes some opposition tend to disregard the constitution that gave every Liberian the right to express his or her opinion, as long as it doesn't impede or cause harm to his or her fellow Liberians. They are entitled to express their opinion. But what I have seen so far, many pro-government supporters and some oppositions, they always inject their feelings into the constitutional provision that every Liberian is entitled to. And that is very bad for our country. And I think the president of Liberia, the party chairman of the CDC-led government, I think they need to create an awareness to inform their followers, pro-government supporters, that it is not healthy for our democracy for pro-government supporters to inject their feelings, meaning if somebody is expressing themselves against the government poor performance, against the government inability, they are doing so because they have that constitutional right on the freedom of speech. And I think the president, the party chairman, and all senior members of the government need to make sure that they inform and create awareness for all Liberians, particularly their partisans, to understand that every Liberian in our country, honor our democracy that is governed by the Constitution, has a right to express his or her opinion. And no one should take their personal feelings to prevent the expression of any Liberian by means of the Constitution.
I'm naturalized by people. How dare freaking you meet me in a restaurant and try to attack me? You said, yo, and you want to make it look like you something around here. APRC, dump sites, Small rat. You see dignitaries sitting and eating. You see civilized women sitting to the table, empowering one another. You see civilized women discussing business deal. And you brought your little country ass to the table, talking about you can't find me. Eh? I tell you. That why they threw you outside the market, dog. That why they threw you outside. Because we can't associate with people like you. No, said Geoffrey, you are a rebel, you are a drug pusher. You push drugs. You want to jail for 1 freaking year. How's about it? You woke up, where are you getting the news from? The woman saw me today in the public, walk out to me to find me. I know you. I know you, said yeah. I know you to be a rebel at all. Or drug pusher at all. Numale, horse girl. You know that horse girl. You and your husband. You are a rebel husband. They see more for me in America can make it freedom of freaking speech. You're two, you're bring it on. You say I will need a prayer for you. You're like we yeah. My 2 weeks it will end. Babu yata. Now you put your husband outside. Say to your female husband, put you outside to table for the restaurant. Right there, I saw restaurant. Right there on Quarter Back Road. Rebel leaders. Everybody called it was show that their simplicity. All the while trying to be nice in Liberia. Then they come to your freeman, rebel leader, drug pusher, low life, tension, she got. What can make it say that brother she alone? I tell you, the whole CDC. I tell the whole CDC. And you say you're working for CDC? I tell the whole CDC. I live in here. American government know I'm here. I tell ya. You are telling to Chestino Taylor. You are telling to other people that you want to put that shit to me. And the bullshit.
And I mean, why it is true that she's making the allegation. My suggestion to the CDC government is to come out and make a public announcement informing the public what are they doing of that woman that she's mentioning, whether she did or committed that attack on her. If she did that in the name of CDC, that is the government of Liberia, led by George Weah. If they try to attack this lady because she is expressing herself, the CDC government need to take responsibility for that lady action. However, if the CDC government did not authorize that lady to attack six shadow robber, they also need to come out and make it clear that the action of that lady is in no way the support or is sponsored by the government. There's no connection. The government need to come out because according to this lady, she is accusing the CDC people of attacking her. So the government of Georgia need to come out and publicly clear the air that that lady action is in no way aligned with the government of Liberia. They need to come out and make that. Are they going to do so? I don't know. But one thing I'm learning from the ANC people, they are reachable. If you have any issue and you want to speak to ANC, they are here. They gave you their number, you call them, they gave you reason. But I think that's something that CDC is struggling with. So let me move progress here again, and then listen to Sis Rabo here again, all right? Let's listen to her.
You go somewhere else when you go fight. For 30 hours, mom. One countryman, rebel leader. Don't happen to tell me. Today was a day. I went out to eat and I was attacked by some country people, hooligans. They put the answer. I'm safe. And the bush fireplace. To the fireplace. Every restaurant in Liberia has securities. Every restaurant in Liberia has security. I enjoy it today. Every restaurant has security. Thank you. Thank you.
And that one interesting thing she said was, nobody is above the law. And guys, I can tell you this, come late February into May, March of next year, the human rights report that will come out for the world, the international and national leaders, I believe Liberia will be subject to 3 major problems. One, the issue of transparency will be another red mark for us. 2, the rule of law. We don't respect that in our country. And then I think violence against women would be a new add-on to our country. You listen to these guys, how vocal they were in our video. Disrespectful. You know, Brother Jesse, I know you and I have been friends for a very long time. I don't know whether Thomas or YG is here. I have my part of trouble in Liberia. I'm not willing to go live in that trauma again. I would rather work to Walmart. Sonny boy, I know you're listening. I'm using a different means. If you want, I can send you a request. Let me see where I can send Sonny Boy a request here. Yeah, let me see where I can send Sonny Boy a request here. Let me invite him here. Okay. So Sonny Boy, I'm going to send something to you through Messenger, and let's see how well your Facebook will work. All right, enter your friends here. So that will be Sonny Boy. That he is right here. This is a very, very easy software here, Sonny Boy. Let me just give you this message. Just follow the direction. That's all. Sonny Boy, if you're listening, I'm sending you an invite. All you got to do, just follow the direction, and you will be live. So the message has been sent to you, Sonny Boy. So Sonny Boy, if you want to join me, I just send you that invite. All you got to do is to just follow that direction. It's very, very easy. It's just from A to B, from B to C. That's how easy this software is. All right. So as I wait for you, let me continue with this. I was speaking to Jesse. Jesse, this is one of the reasons why I'm afraid to go to Liberia. I lost my little brother. He was killed in the war. He was beheaded. My father also died in the war. And then my older brother, when the World War I, World War II started in the early 2000s, he fled to Ghana, thinking that he was going to be safe. And unfortunately, he met his demise. I think I posted his picture yesterday because he died in December of this same December. So I'm afraid to go back home because something is telling me that the way I express myself, these guys are not happy. And I'm not going to put myself in harm's way because if anybody take your life, no matter the punishment, you are gone for good. So in how much I know the risks, I understand the risks because the human elements in our country, they are they are out of control. I don't think I will go over there anytime soon. And to the opposition, your part will come in this latest story, and I will bring that up to you guys as well. So let's listen to Hoya more.
Well, quote. La pluie qui est nécessaire le gros quote. The real MVP, the real MVP. She wants more for me. Said to your useless drug pusher, rebel, or husband want to be the family to the restaurant. The security there with them. Every restaurant in a block has strong security. Today, I will give it to Soul's restaurant. She did it for me. Right now, water back. They're stupid, baby. Go back to the video. They're rebel, yeah. Any member you see the woman supporting you can be damn stupid. So, your woman going in a restaurant and she meets somebody that she the person have problem. And it was not she and I. They let to buy people problem when it comes to Charlotte. Said to your Fremont sister, myself, naturalized American citizen. Does that take away my citizenship? Does that take away my being a Liberian? No. She never law taught you freedom of speech. You should give every human being the right to live. You're a bunch of cannibals. You're a bunch of barbarians. You're a bunch of idiots. President, don't be warned. I mean, President, we are being warned. It seems like the people around you are giving you bad vibes. If you want to hear me tonight, this is your inside job. You better leave me alone. You do not want any further tension, or else I'm going to call CNN tomorrow morning and tell CNN I've been attacked right here in my own homeland and make a show of it.
And I think what she also needs to do too is to go to the U.S. embassy because she's a citizen there, and just file a complaint, and that will be counter law, and as her experience in Liberia, and that will be bad for the government too. Yeah, just go to the U.S. embassy and let them know to fill out an incident report, and she can explain everything that happened to her in Liberia. So those of you who know Miss Robert, I mean, just let her know she can go to the embassy and file an incident report. And I had done it here before. I had done it against one of the one of the Liberian representative, and I was asked to fill an incident report, and I did that. So she can also do that too. And then if she returns to the U.S., she can also file another report with the State Department too against those who did that to her, especially if that is the government supporters.
Citizens, I'm part of you. You say you will steal our country money. I can't buy ya. My own has some money where I work for. The one I beg for. I took you about rest of your people name. Apart, yesterday you blocked the whole freaking road. Talking about Kalasco getting married. There was no space for us to get to Ralphie. We were stuck in traffic.
And this is the one now that really, 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 really got to me. Sekou Kalasco is getting married. And because Kalasco is getting married, they are blocking the street. The reason I'm bending my head down, some of us sat our butt down here and convinced Liberians that Mr. Weir was going to do things from an unusual standpoint that don't correlate with what has been happening in the past. Gale Seku Kalasco, because he's getting married. What's this here again? Oh God. I don't know how to open this thing here. Give me a towel over there. Yeah, please forgive me. That my daughter from college, she's here. Now she gave me the coconut oil here for her hair. I'm trying to open it. I don't have that muscle anymore. Let's see here. Okay, I got it. Good. Still got my muscles. Here, take it back. Take it back. You're welcome. So, sorry guys. I don't want to here, so I can't wait for her to go back. They come to go back after the New Year. I'll be free again. So the horse say, oh, well, yeah. Y'all know it too. Some of you guys been there, especially Jesse and other people. Y'all know it. All right. So God is Seku Kalasco. Where is my brother Sam William? All right. God is Seku Kalasco. Sam William, you there? Because I know this will be very touching to you. See, I'm not saying they love the black people. I mean, I don't understand. God is Seku Kalasco that used to be a common guy that used to be on the street taking photo of Ellen Dirty Street is getting married. And then the road is being black. I don't want to sound very animated here. I don't want to sound very loud here. But I'm lying to you guys. Kuden Williams, I know you're a strong citizen. But to be honest with you, the way George Weah and his surrogates are doing things in our country, I would say this. Now with a seal to it. But as long as George Weah president in our country, it will be very difficult for me to go to Liberia. Yes, it will be very difficult for me to go to Liberia. As long as George Weah in our country, it will be very difficult for me to go to Liberia. Because these guys were part of the common people kingdom, the common book. God is Seku Kalasco getting back. I should be in Liberia, traveling on my own path. And then I go here that Seku Kalasco getting married while the traffic is black. Are you kidding me? You know, one time I told you guys the story about Samuel Twe, right? One time I told you that when Samuel Twe came to America here, he keyed to my ear and said, I want you to come to Liberia. And then my response to him, I know I said it over and over, but it will always be used anytime there is a reference soul that I need to link this to. And in the Seku Kalasco case, I'm going to link what I'm telling you now. When Mr. Toy came here and told me, oh, I want you to come to Liberia. And then when I turn around and look at him and say, I cannot come to Liberia like that. I need an invitation. You see, when Seku Kalasco driving, going, on his wedding, wherever he's going to, and people blocking the road, think about me leaving from here, going to Liberia. And then go to the Ministry of Finance, go right to the gate, no invitation, nothing, even if there is one. And then go to the gate and go see a security guard telling me, oh, what you want to see the finance minister for? Those are some of the reasons why I feel that Liberia is not a country for me right now. As long as Mr. Weah is president, my going to Liberia is going to be rigorously vetted because that country is not safe. That country is not safe. This lady may come here to blow her horn, but there's something in her heart that is very troublesome right now. Because she every time the next fall, she don't know what's going to happen to her. But we know that God is going to be with her to bless her. The country is not safe. God let Seku Kalasco there, blocking traffic. Can you imagine? Solution that used to get ready and be making noise. Do I have a video here of them? Let me see where I can play some of the video here. Do I have any video of them here? Let me see where I can find one of the video here. All right. Let me see where I can find one of the video here. Let me show you. Let me show you how these people are so messed up right now. Let me show you one here. All right, let's show you one here.
Democratic government that this government claims to be, to have asked the legislature to pass their identical letter is anti-democratic. And let me tell you, you will bring the police, you will bring the PSU to guard the legislature. But for the legislature to pass their bill, we will politically quarantine the legislature. All of them have a district.
So this is Mamasi Kaba during the early administration. But nowadays, you barely hear this lady anymore. She used to be from one radio station to another, from one phone call to another, advocating for injustice in the country. But this lady is attacked today. You never find a girl saying anything, but she's right in the country there. Now you see some of the reason why I keep telling everyone that for me, I'm not going to support any political party. I can subscribe with you guys. I can campaign for you guys. But at the initial stage, to put my neck on the chopping board this time around, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. Because Mamasi Kaba, I got 2 barrels right now in my garage that I'm supposed to send to her because she had a community-based charity that I promised to send her some textbooks and other things for the kids. But here is she today. You better know whether she exists. But here is she right here in the video here, challenging the Ellen government now today. I'm not saying the opposition will behave this way. I'm just trying to tell you guys that I'm going to be very careful. I'm going to be very careful. You know, when you're walking in a swamp, sometimes you see a solid rock, you step on it. But there are times that you see something that look like a rock, especially at night, but it's a sponge. When you step on it, you're full submerged in the water. You get wet. Your pants get wet. Your socks, everything, it get wet. That is how I'm treating the politics in Liberia now. The Sekou Kalasco used to call here. Still got his number right here. Sekou Kalasco. Let me see where I can find his number here. All right. Sekou Kalasco used to call here. He used to call here. All of them, they used to call. That's how ungrateful they are. All right. But I'm not going to dwell on that. But what I'm going to say here. Yeah, it's Mr. Kalasco right here. You can see right here. I'm sure you can see it right here. Sekou Kalasco. Right down here. Sekou Kalasco, Senator George Weah. These are the people then. All right. See it there? Sekou Kalasco. They all used to call here. Oh, people are here, my man. He is the one I'm blocking the road today. Oh, God have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. So, what we're going to do here, let me see what we can go back here again, guys. So, let remove former human right advocate. I think when they say for political reason. Oh, Sonny Boy is here. Oh, all right. Sonny Boy is here. I didn't know that. Oh, he's here. He's here, guys. Sonny Boy is here. Let me put him on. Oh, my brother Sonny Boy is here. He's here. He's here. He's here. He's here. He is here. I didn't know about.
My man, thank you so much.
I didn't know you were here. Let me see how I can make you big money over here. I gotta make you
I'm
big.
great. I'm great.
You big. Yes. Let me see here. How you doing, Sonny Boy? How you doing?
I'm great, man. Merry Christmas.
Man, look, to be honest with you, I would say to you, but you got back there, the hard time you're going through, yes, I cannot just say Merry Christmas, but for the sake of the young children who still believe in Christmas, I would say Merry Christmas to you. But that's something that, yes, I'm not too big on. But welcome to the show, and thank you so much for your support. And you know, you and I most of the time we exchange things. So I know something may have touched you to call. So I will give you the opportunity to call. So go ahead, my brother.
All right. I listen to Shadow Rival, you understand?
Okay.
And I want for people to stop attacking Liberians. No, people want to come back home. First thing, I want to condemn that act. People want to come back home. And that particular place that, that guy, I don't know, Mazo, she's a very peaceful person. That restaurant, that one of the best in our country, one of the best. She treated like her family. Can you imagine the lady that own a restaurant, my man? When she see you, Jay Rennie, she take you to be her family. She's a very nice woman. Everybody had that boy, but she's a very nice woman. And it's one of the best restaurants in our country. Where you see high class of people.
Yeah.
And you know, saying people from all over. She welcome people from all over the counties, all over the 17th district. Now because you region, she welcome everybody. She treat people nice. And to see Shadow going through that kind of ball, and, you know, at least I watched the video. It was so much, and it was so embarrassing. Especially we should learn to respect women.
Yeah.
Let local women. Let look at the other side. She's a lady.
Yeah.
You left your horse and went on to a motorbike to attack a woman. I just want to say thanks to the security. You know what I'm saying? And I love how she made the video. And she said it. There are a lot of right now, a lot of police, you know, they work in the restaurant and they're doing well. Because it was not because of that security today, we wouldn't know what's gonna happen.
So let me ask you
know
this.
what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this. So God let us who on the side here, the shadow rival, the way we express ourselves against the government. Do you think some of us, especially guys like me, go to Liberia, there will be a possibility that I may get attacked?
But I told you, say, don't come here. I was telling you. Being present with him and your messenger, I told you, don't come here now. This is not a place that you will even sacrifice yourself, senior man, to say, come here. The first thing, the regime ain't for you. The regime, they start running. There's a court. The regime ain't for you. So they see you like, you know, some Google man from somewhere. So when they see you from the States and you with that regime, the regime said ain't for you. So being with them, that's why you see most of them, they ain't all the other one, Mamutu Nipan, they're talking about fish, eating together, you know. So you gotta be very careful. I just want to tell Shadow, you know, watching her, you know what I'm saying? I sent her my number. She must be strong, you know what I'm saying? She have the right. No, that place belong to every one of us. There's our home. I am so proud of her. I am so much proud of her. She came home. You know how many Liberians are here, Jeremy, but they can't move because of the thing. You see, most of you go to Bese, John Bese, you go to the airport there, they get parking and said they ain't no enjoying themselves, they can't come in town because they embarrassed, we attack them. But they are Liberians. And the president told us, look, we should come back home, we should live with the woman. You always talk about people coming home, we should live together, then you're going to attack her, and you can look at that man cussing the other your wife there, you know what I'm saying, bear on her back, and abusing the people's mother. They were wrong. The government need to take a very serious action. You know what I'm saying? Shala Rao deserves to be home. She's a Liberian. You know what I'm saying? And she get our support. Liberian coming home. Then they come when they feel free to move around. You know what I'm saying? You say, oh, the people coming home.
Do you think that incident will be investigated by the police?
Actually, the government need to look into it. This is a Liberian citizen. A Liberian citizen was attacked by. Look, yeah, the woman saying this country is governed by law, Jay Rennie. You gotta respect the law. You can't be disrespecting the law and you want for them to respect you. No. When they respect the law, they respect you.
Sure.
So you leave your horse. All right, Jay Rennie, that place in America, is not police got a hard gun. Let me shoot.
Of course.
If I America, that officer had arm. You go attack officer. Can you imagine? Why we should respect the police. We should respect the authority. You know what I'm saying? And he as son that the police did well today. They did well. But I think that America, it can't happen there.
Nope.
Because he was attacking, pushing your body, and you know what I'm saying, hard glove. You don't do that. And the government, the police director, when he's listening, they need to investigate that case. Shadow Rawa, she's a Liberian. She deserves to be who? She deserves to be free. Or eating her color, or potter, all over. She deserves to be free. She
Somebody frozen there, guys. He's frozen there. Let's see. Maybe he might be. Somebody who can hear you. Go ahead, talk. Go ahead.
You cannot. Liberians, Liberians, they are here. They want to eat a cara. They want to go on the street, eat a karaoke. They kill it with it. And you know, say all the things that people want to eat it. They want to go party. They want to go on the beach. But you cannot be attacking them. Because one thing I'm proud of, you're in America. I never saw Liberian minister being attacked by people in America. I never saw that.
You can't try that here. Yeah. You try that here, the police will arrest you. That is so. You can't try that here.
Yeah, you see it? I never. Then when you can leave when you go to America, You enter the system, you buy all over your traveling, people seeing you.
Yeah,
They get for you. But the
yeah,
people come back to Liberia now, you're attacking Shadow Rowan. This is completely wrong. And I appealing to the government, the police,
yeah.
the kids they need to right now, but tomorrow, maybe Monday, the kids they need to go arrest the young man. We need to look into the case because she's a Liberian citizen. She was attacked to a renowned restaurant. Look at the place. Attacked, abusing. The man hit the man grab shout out today. That the man was talking here.
Hmm.
Can you imagine the guy vexed with a woman? You saw the video.
And
That
that's
is
the
very
same part
male
that we always talk about here. Yeah, I saw the
violent
video.
against women.
Yeah, violent against women.
Yeah,
Yes.
violent against women. You know what I'm saying? Because we have people come because you know that video, you know what will happen to that video. People talking about coming home, people they say, oh, they're not safe, they're not safe. I
Yeah.
hold the spoon talk, but watch that video. That case not being investigated, she was attacked.
So,
You
another thing she talk
disgrace the
about.
woman.
Another thing she talk about too is they were going to the airport and Sekou Kalasco black. I mean, God is Sekou Kalasco.
No,
You all were in our town back in the days. God is Sekou Kalasco and Blackie. I see you rubbing your face. What do you make of that?
it was a serious embarrassment today, and you know what I left for AJ Rennie? Yeah,
Yeah,
about us. Yeah, about
yeah,
us. You know what I'm saying? So when the things that going on, we see the trouble. The one can get a person, well, I'm bringing it, we bring it. Students the thing coming.
yeah,
Liberians are not seeing what going on. For hours, people seeing the traffic, people walking, people complaining. Oh, my people. So I want to put today. Single Canada, all getting married in the traffic for hours. Hours. Oh. The whole month right before you journey, the whole time there is no traffic more over. Since Christmas, I've been driving all around more over. You just
mm,
find traffic. You go in, oh, go. I say, but we have your Christmas. Then the place looking at it, there is no traffic. Then because of the guy wedding today, you block the traffic. People send the traffic for hours. And listen to them. Most of them only care on motorbike. We bring them, but time coming, 2023 coming. They are moving
mm,
with a grief. They are saying it. We
yeah,
express it through the ballot bus.
yeah,
Today, they
yeah,
can deny us just because wedding.
yeah. God
Carrasco
is Sekou
wedding.
Kalasco. Wow.
I ain't for him. He got ready to get married, which I think
No,
congrats, but the
nobody
first
paying, but the
person,
rule of law, the
you
rule of law
cannot, the rule of law.
The rule of
You're
law
stopping
means
people
nobody
movement.
is above the law. Nobody is above
That's
the law.
good.
Nobody.
That's good.
That's the rule of
You,
law. Nobody above the law.
mm-hmm,
Government officials are public servants. They need to give the people a chance. If he want to get married, he can go quietly or go early
that's good.
or get a police escort to make sure to go quick and come back. But they must pay for that
Hmm.
escort. All right? But not to
Yeah.
hold the traffic up.
But there is no rule of law in this country. There is no rule of law. Right now, I say, I see when I say, oh, we in the community making sure the children are on the street, no woman, bigger boy, beating thing, you're going to stay to your houses, all the things you got to do it. Talk to them after 3 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they are safe.
Yeah.
Sending parents, no, don't send the children in the street. Because we the Liberian get a habit of sending a honor child,
Yeah.
small child. They look at 9 years old. You send 9 years old with 5 years old. Say go for Christmas to your uncle. Go for Christmas to your auntie. They need to stop because we need our children to be safe. We need our girls to be safe tomorrow. We want miss. We have a missing children. And, because all the things we reaching the 2023. Saying 2023, yeah, senator, representative, and president. So a lot of people that's so evil. So
Mm-hmm.
the Christmas, one of the messages we've been carrying on the local radio, saying, mind your children. Mind your children. Because there is nothing in the Christmas. Children is up not eating today.
Yeah, I saw video footage today from Cool, from I think Woman TV. I mean, it's so sad, man. It's so sad in the country,
Yeah,
and people sitting on some of the market table, everything upside down, and then you
yeah,
got a
yeah.
very big wedding on the other side of town, whereby most of the people, and something about do me a favor here, right? Tomorrow,
Mm,
if you got the time, I mean, just try to walk around the community and interview some people, and how the Christmas. And
mm.
if you get that time, you just go live so I can
All
get
right.
the video. Because
All right, yeah, I would do that. I would do that. I would
I can
just talk with
guarantee
few
you
people,
that,
Yeah.
yeah, I can guarantee that. So
Yeah. No,
you will
that
not
one
get
not true.
people tomorrow. So I can
Yeah,
guarantee,
I
I'm
would do
sure
that.
you agree with me.
Mm. I would. The town quiet. The town quiet. People, there's no movement. There is no traffic. More often than no Christmas, there is no traffic. There is no movement. Because right now we're talking about graduation, right? 12 for graduating, right?
Oh,
School open, right? Then you get a Christmas. And this is about us, we the voter. It is time that you understand that what you put yourself in, we
mhm,
need to make a decision 2023 because of our country. We are
yeah,
the cause, we the electorate, we are the cause. So gotta be focused. It's not. It will be tough. See, when I would tell you on the local radio station, it will be tough. Don't expect anything. We're not using bell now. Most of the children they're using a rope. Let me show you the rope. You see, more people use rope generally on their clothes. You see it? You
Yeah.
use rope to tie your waist turn. How the country mess up. There is nothing like everything is dead. You know what I'm saying? Their government, the government are so mean. The first thing, people that they brought into the system, they can't even share with them. They don't even, now that they are frustrated
Mhm.
and what I'm saying, they're so confused. But in that, we are focused because we, the voter in this country, we should take responsibility of our own mess.
Yes.
We cannot be making decisions every time we go to the pool and we bring you in America to do. And I like it, Germany. A lot of people not saying money. I don't think a lot of people not saying money to people to the Christmas. I like it. I don't really enjoy. Yeah, I enjoy Germany. People went to the bank, but that the way Christmas, you see people, say, oh
Yeah.
no, yeah. I say,
Okay.
wow.
Yeah. But Son,
So
thank you so much.
thank
Thank
you.
you. You got any final word? Because I want to go to the next video.
Yeah, I just want to tell Shadow Rawa, this is your home. You are welcome, Mama. Nobody get it ready to go and test you or tell you say you get moving more. The country is all over. This is Liberia. Welcome home. We love you. God love you. Free. And they need to stop that. You cannot be attacked. Look, she's a woman. A woman there. You can
Yeah.
be attacking woman. Yeah. What you have been trying all around the world. The abuse against women we're talking about in the government, the abuse we like we need to stop that. They women are our sister, and no matter what happens, Mazaka crew blood in me. That my sister too, but we need to protect our women all around the world. So when you're on the planet, we need to protect women. Nobody's perfect, but let's try to protect our women. So I'm calling on the police director,
Yep.
the NSC, they need to investigate the case and look into the case. She's a Liberian and she was attacked by people around the system.
Yeah.
If Shadow World, when they investigate, they say, oh no, all the men, they're not because they talk about CDC there and the government.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like you're boasting, and the government should look at the law. She's a Liberian too.
Yeah.
So she's a Liberian. So if that lead the government up, or a Liberian attack another Liberian with no law into it.
True.
So thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you for your
All
show.
right.
And I
Merry
love it. I
Christmas to
love
you.
it.
Merry
Yeah, I
Christmas
love
to
it.
you.
Merry
Thank you.
Christmas too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So we'll be using it one. All right. Thank you. All right. So Sis Kuda want to come on here. While she's coming on here, let me try to invite her here. So Sis Kuda, I'm bringing you on. All you got to do is just follow that prompt. It's very, very easy to capture. So let's see here. Sis Kuda, let me find her right here. Okay. Sis Kuda is coming. All right. There you are right here. And then we're going to send our request to you, and you should be coming on anytime soon. All right. Yes. All right, so guys, we will be finishing this Shadow Rawa situation here. Again, Shadow Rawa is entitled to express herself based on what she experienced. Why it is true that many people have some reserve concern about Shadow Rawa. I saw the video, I listened to the interaction. That is why I'm calling on the police to investigate the situation. Because if the police go ahead and investigate the situation, you and I will be able to get the full understanding of what happened over there. Shadow Rabba is entitled to herself, and whatever happens to her, she came out and said it. She got video footage that proved that something happened, and with that, I think we can call on the investigation. But we do know that some of the things she said in there are true, especially when it comes to safety. We also understand that there are pro-government supporters who are very emotional. So all I'm doing here, one, is to ask the police to investigate. Two, is to ask the party chairman to make sure that they distance themselves, or if for any reason that individual is doing things in the name of the party, we need to know where the party stand. We need to know where the government stand. All right. So we'll be coming to the next video here while our sister Kuden is trying to come on here. So just this week, we saw this other video here. So this is a video footage here. This guy you see here with a white baseball cap, his name is Josiah Melvin Cole. Yes, Josiah Melvin Cole. I think my sister couldn't is here. Let me see here. Josiah Melvin Cole is seen in this video pitching out money to Liberians. There's a video where the late President Tobo was giving money to indigenous women, and the narrator described that as a Dutch. That was almost like 50 plus years ago. I mean, 50 plus or almost 51 years ago. And we felt that the indigenous people felt that what Tobo did by giving money up to indigenous people was not empowering. It was not going to sustain. And I think many of you guys who are educated today, it's better to teach somebody to fish than to keep giving them fish. But what have we learned since that time? Well, you're going to see this guy. He is one of the representatives from Bond County. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's district number 3. Instead of this guy lobbying with senator from his county, he came to his people and started giving them money. Giving them money. But he's representative. But he's giving them money. All right? But before we do that, let me just do something here quickly for you guys. Let me see what else this student is saying. No, she's not here yet. Let me just bring out the video here. All right? So I'm going to remove this other video. Let's remove this guy. And let's bring on this video here. Let me take
this is not, I got to tell you, an image of Africa and Africa.
I'm going to let me take it on memory lane here.
One, the father's wife, the other, their father's friend.
It isn't.
The field hands earn $7.50 a week. South Carolina has farms and rubber plantations and family connections with businesses all over the country. He is president of a republic, but he lives like a feudal prince, or more correctly, an enlightened African chief.
So that is President William R. Tobo counting money, and watch what he's going to do with that money.
Up the West African coast, it is called Dash.
So he's giving people money called Dash.
The small gift to a servant who has performed well. Crisp new U.S. currency to his workers and their families, and while the cameras are there, to just about anyone who asks.
Now, that was almost 50 years ago now. October did that 50 years ago. Almost 50 years ago. And you will imagine that those who saw that behavior and thought to themselves that it was not going to be sustainable for the future of our country. You will imagine that in this 21st century, that we will be doing things better than what President Tobo thought was the right thing to do. But we were wrong. Because this other new photo is 2021, December. This guy is doing the exact thing that we accuse Tobo of doing. Not only did we accuse him of doing the wrong thing, but we said that it was not fair as well. This is a representative now. Tobo is dead and gone. This is a representative that came after post-war Liberia. Came in post-war Liberia. And this is what he's doing now. All right? This is what he's doing. So let's look at him and let's see what he's doing now. Well, before we go there, let me see what else this student is here. She wanted to be here. So student, you got to follow the direction. I send you everything. I hope you're here. All right. So let's see what Melvin Cole is doing to the people of, I believe, Bond County. Let's see here. So, folks, you see, that is one of the reasons why our country will not go anywhere. That one of the reasons why the country will not go anywhere. Let me see what this student say here. Randy, please text me because I cannot get on. Oh, she won't. Sis student, I sent. Sis student, you gotta look into your messenger. Yeah, you gotta go into your messenger. Whatever I sent you, go to your messenger. It's like a message inbox into your messenger. You have to go in there and start to follow the direction. It will get you to me quickly. So try again. All right, please. If you're having trouble, let me know. So, guys, that is the situation with our country today. This guy is dishing out money. You see, what the lawmakers then have figured out in our country is to keep our people poor because they see the people as their bargaining chip. They see them as property they own. They are their political property to keep them in power. So when they get elected by the very people, they go out to the House of Representatives, the Senate, they are not going to fight for things that will empower our people. That's the lawmaker. The lawmakers of Liberia, the senator, majority of them, if not all of them, they use the voters in the country as a bargaining chip. It's like they own them. So when they get up there, they do not fight to get things that will go to these people to empower them. The only thing they try to do is to secure some money for themselves so they can use that money when they go back to their constituents, their county, and give the people few dollars in their hand to take care of their not so basic needs, but their daily need, but not a long plan need. And that's what this guy is doing. And the reason he's doing that is for political purpose. Because every time he gives the people money when they go to vote for him in the future, what he going to tell them? He's going to tell them, I was here for you guys, or I did XYZ for you guys. And some of the people will remember that he did well for them and will go and vote for him. Because the people themselves in the community, they are yet to identify the challenges in their community. What do they need? Security to protect them during the day and night. Education to make sure that their children have better education. Job to make sure that this guy is in Monrovia lobbying for different concessions that will bring job to the people. Adult education, no. So what he does, he go out there and just bring money and just give to these people. And all he does is to just talk in Monrovia, get what he can get. And then once he get those things, especially the money, and go back to the place. And that's all they're doing in that country. Do you really think what Toba did, if we had changed the course, where would you think Liberia would be today? But in the 21st century, this guy, Melvin Cole, is doing the same thing. He is doing the same thing, Franks. So who's going to change the country? Who's going to make the people to be independent? I guess nobody care. Nobody care. And that's why the Christmas that come this year again, that's going to be here very soon. I really don't celebrate Christmas because our people got no reason to celebrate Christmas right now. They are being used. They have been used in the past. They are being used right now. You think these people here that you're looking at right now, during Turbo days. Not many of them were alive. Those that were alive today, they are grandmoms, granddad. These are young people. And another 50 years from now, these very people will be old and their children will be going to another representative eating your money. It's a vicious circle. Until we break that chain, Liberia going nowhere, my friend. Going nowhere until 2065 before Liberia will be a better country. 2065. Because since Tobo died, we thought the behavior of giving money out was not going to be part of the new Liberia. Yeah, go the guy and many others doing the same old thing. Doing the same old thing. They changed the government. You know what? Let me show you guys on here. You see that thing here? This is a guideline that tells me that Liberia going nowhere. All right? This thing. The root cause of our problem is right here. But what we have managed to do all the time, we managed to just take the branch out. The branch is just a symptom. The root cause of the Liberia problem is right here. What did we do here? We got rid of Tobo then, got rid of Doe Ellie. But what Melvin Cole is doing, this guy right here, what he's doing is from the root. So whether you get rid of Tobo, Doe, Taylor, Ellie, the problem doesn't go away. You will not cut the branch off. You cut the branch, but the root is the problem and the root continue to grow the branch. That is what we're doing in our country. Say student, the thing is in your bags. The thing is, let me see if I can send it to you again. I send you the message. Says no. Say student, the message is in your bags. Yeah, it's in your bags. It is in your bags. Let me see why I got my phone here for you to call here. Let me see why I got my phone here. I don't think it's even charged. Yeah, I don't think it's even charged right now. Yeah, the phone is not charged, this student. The phone is in charge. But it's very easy for you to get connected. I don't know why. Let me see here. All right, what I would do here, let me send you a number so you can call. So say student, I'm going to send you a number so you can call. Make sure you keep that number private. I'm going to send you a number so you can call if you're listening now. Make sure you keep that number private. Don't give nobody. Okay, anybody call me on that number, there, I will change that number. So I'm trusting you, so you can call me on that number. Do not give it to anybody, please. All right. So let me see. Where are you? Let me say the number. All right, you just call here. So let me get you the number, sis student. Oh, I see the problem. All right, sis student, I see your problem now. I'm not going to give you a number. I see your problem now. You and I, we are not friends. Yes. You and I, we are not friends. So let me just clear this thing up for you. Okay. It's clear. Yes. So student, you gotta go back. You and I, let me see here. Let me look at your profile here. I see something wrong here. Yes, I see something. Can you bear with me here? Let me have my sister up here. Bear with me. Let me have my sister up here. All right. She's stepping me right now. Okay, let's see here. She just wrote something here. All right, I'll just send you the number. Let me send you the number. We'll see about that one later on. So I'm sending you the number so you can talk. All right, I'm going to send you my phone number so you can talk. All right. So I'm going to send you my phone number so you can call me. Call me directly on this number. So say student, if you dare, call me on the number and I will pass you through so that you can talk. So call me, and call me. I'll pass you through so you can talk. Call me on the number. All right, so guys, this student is calling me here. But that's what the guys are doing to our people. The root cause of our country problem is with us ourselves. So, there you go. So she's calling now. Let's hear what you want to say here. All right, sis student, how you doing? You on speakerphone, and I believe you are being heard on this program. Just so you know. All right.
Thank you so very much.
Okay.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays to all my beloved Liberians.
Thank you. I sure to hearing you. So what do you have for us, sister?
My little brother Rennie.
Yes.
You know, sometimes you say I come on, sometimes I don't come on, sometimes I'm busy, that's why, but I come on your show. I know sometimes you say things that I don't like.
That's true.
The other day I come on your show because it's good to listen to the negative and positive things so you can know which is your way and pick up the good ones out.
Yes, exactly.
And so that's why I love to listen to your show.
Thank you.
Miss Roberts, I do not know her, but once in a while, I people tag her to my phone for me to see her show.
Okay.
And recently, I think I asked her for a friend request, and she accepted it.
Okay.
What went on with her at Zoe's restaurant?
Mm-hmm.
As a female myself, I do not like it.
Okay.
But the only thing that she said, and I just like, and I will say it, that's her opinion, but I will say it, that it's
President Tolbert.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, my bad.
CDC.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not CDC.
Okay.
She says she and this lady, they do not have no relationship. Whosoever this lady, sister and her, they have been going through it. Okay? So I feel that when this lady attacked her, and that so-called husband she had came to attack Charlotte, and thank God the police were there to protect Charlotte. Charlotte should have left and take a car or whoever that took her to the police station and report the incident and put a charge from them.
Yeah.
Okay? That's why she should have done, but for her to say CDC, no CDC, ain't got nothing to do with it. We have a lot of people who said they would never go to Liberia. I have few friends who went to Ghana, but what happened? They had to buy a ticket and they are in Liberia. So it's not CDC.
And that's what I'm saying, sis student. That's what I'm saying. It will be better that the police investigate, and it will also be better that the chairman of the party come out to let them know.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I think you saw my text.
Yeah, I did see that.
I know that's Chairman Mudu, his birthday. Happy birthday to him again. But I want him to come up because we have a lot of guests coming into the country. And when Shana said that, you put fear in most of the people. Let him come up and tell the world, tell the country that this incident occurred. I want you all to know CDC has nothing to do with this thing.
Exactly. And then
there's something personal this lady had against Shana. But if she feel it was CDC, I want her to know it's not CDC, and we apologize for whatever went wrong. I want him to do that.
And also,
I don't want Shana to think that CDC people out there just looking for anybody that will come in and say what you want to say. No.
And also, too,
it's a free country. When the president took over, he went with the same thing Eddie Johnson. Freedom of speech. You got right to say things. You like it, you like it. You gotta have tough skin. The president got tough skin. People catching people do all kinds of things. Even Shana said that when she go there, she want to meet with the president. Okay?
Yeah. So
all
also
these
to
people, stay around, they do their thing and pretend as if to say CDC has sent them out there to be a warrior to harm people, and they know it's not right. So I was saying to Shada, I'm so sorry, Shada, but I want you to know it's not CDC.
Yeah, and also
an individual who her husband should have told her right there and then, lady, let's get her out and go home.
Yeah.
Stop what you're doing. You're embarrassing me and you're doing that. But for him to stand up to abuse a lady, that's what makes me mad with most of them.
Yeah, and also to hear my thing here, right? Because we have to unpack the situation here. One, the police need to get involved with the investigation and determine who is at fault and what as shadow right. If you want to file assault charges, that's fine. And then the lady who is a sedition, I'm not too sure whether that can be confirmed by you, that Shadow is alleging that came to her, if she can do herself this favor to say that whatever happening or whatever happens between she and Shadow has nothing to do with CDC, I think that will also support the party chairman and or statement that we're calling for, because we must be able to differentiate people feelings or other people freedom of speech when couldn't express herself in a way that maybe the next person did not really buy into. It doesn't mean that my feelings should forget about the Constitution and attack you. No, because our Constitution gave us the right to express ourselves.
Yes.
So the police need to investigate to determine what went wrong. And then as far as Shadow is saying that it is a CDC, the chairman need to come up and clearly state that the party, SYZ. And I think the only person that would be the bigger tiebreaker would be the lady that Shadow is alleging. Yes.
Yeah.
If she comes out to say whatever happened between two of us, like you already said, has nothing to do with me doing anything on behalf of the party, she just got to be very careful, because that could land her in trouble too. If she say, yes, I did attack the woman, I didn't do it in the name of CDC, Shadow will have a legal ground on there too to press charges against her. So she has to be very careful how she expresses herself. Maybe I'm not going to give her any word of advice as to what and how she should say that, but I think she just need to carefully think and come out to say what she want to say. But I also have one more follow-up for you as well. And this cannot be substantiated because there's no video footage, but I think Sonny Ball came out here, he said it, but I know he's from another side of the political party. But Shadow mentioned something about Sekou Kalasco getting married. The road was black today. I mean, if that is true, I mean, let's just say that if that is true, do you think that was right to do?
Well, I would say this. I know you know that, and other Liberians know that, that this president life has been pregnant with many opposition things. You don't take it for play. The president was going to that wedding, or the president was at that wedding. I feel that when the president arrived and he was in there, they should have opened one side of the road for people to go. They should have opened one side of the road, but you cannot block the whole country.
Yeah.
Because one person
we don't have enough road. We don't have enough road.
The security have the right to protect the president.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And because of all the opposition, threat, and things like that, and the country is overpopulated right now, they had our road blocked. But before doing that, they should have gone on the air. Like how they do it here. Whenever the president is coming into Atlanta, Georgia, they go on the air and tell the people this street will be blocked. This other street will be blocked. So they give them another option to where to pass. And because our country just got one way out, one way in, they should have had one side of the road open. And if they have another side for people to pass, it will appear better. But it's not because of simple Colasco wear and marrying. It was because the president was present. So shout out and Sonica, Mr. Sonica, I know you like CDC comment, you like the comment.
Yeah, but yeah, don't go after him like that. I mean,
but it's because the president was there, and the country is overpopulated right now. They have the right to do that, but I felt they should have gone on the air and let people know this side of the road, or you're going to bypass this side to go. But this area where the president would be is going to be protected.
Yeah, I think they should have known all of that too, especially having such a big event on a one-way, especially around the RRA highway. Yes. I think the planners should have been very careful in how they do those things, especially during the peak season of the year. And it is a dry season time. People are, coming on the country. I think they should have already thought that thing deeply to determine whether it was suitable at that time or when they should have it. That's something that I was looking at as well too. But thank you so much, Sis Kuden. Thank you so much. I want you to look on your Facebook and see where you can send me your Facebook request, because I'm looking at something here that clearly showed to me that we are only friends on Messenger. I'm not too sure what on Facebook. If that's the case, then I will encourage you to send me Facebook request so that we can do things. I have one last question for you before you go. Why you didn't go with concerned Liberian people, your Michael Gilmore people? Why you didn't go?
No, I was going to Liberia, and I am going to Liberia, but because I have a death in my family, my mother's sister passed away, and I have to go on my way to LA. Okay. From LA, I'm going to Liberia. I'll be in Liberia this month. Next year, January.
Oh, okay.
I'll be in Liberia.
Okay, cool.
And really, I want you to start saying you can't make it to Liberia. Let me tell you, your seeds are planted in Liberia. Your children want to know where they came from.
Yeah.
And nobody on earth or in Liberia will harm you. Your country is your country. Look at all the people that have said all those things to the government, and they are there. Why do you think you can't go? You can go there, and let me tell you, once you're not in the people where nobody going to honor you, most of these people, you know it's really.
What you mean by what you mean by?
They want to do things to be known. Nobody going to bother you. Stop saying that.
Yeah, but I have a question. I have some reservation. When you say once you're not in the people way, what do you mean?
Once you're not in, most of them who feel that they own Liberia. You know, certain people who have just because some of them they got their own business or they left on this country. Most of the people that are doing these things, that's our own people that left from here that promise to go and do better for the country. And they are the worst one in that country that doing the things that we in this country stay talking about. Okay, that they're the mean one in Liberia doing the same thing that they've been talking about, really. Because number one, the president, you think he knows everything that's going on? No. Most of the time, he have to listen to most of the shows that are going on before he will know what's going on. But for people to be thinking, everything they say, we are. Yes, they're right, because anything that goes on in the house, the head of the household will be held responsible.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I agree with that, but I want you to put that notion aside that I can't go back.
No,
you and myself live in the same house. You and myself bathe outside in the bathroom. You and myself used to put plastic over our head to walk to school. I came from Slipway. I tell anybody that in the night we used to put a chimo pocket on our head to go and waste a poo-poo through fancy time. Okay? We did all that, but that's our country. It's our country. If we don't go there, who would do it? You don't hear Nigerian men say, I'm going to Barbados, or I'm going to Bahamas, or I'm going to Jamaica. They say, I'm going back to my country. And when they go to their country, where do they go? They go to where they came from in the native part of the country, where they came from their town. And they go and build houses. They build their homes. to stay there. That's how they develop it. You can leave and go to River G because I know River G program big up. That I know. You Jenna Queenie. You got it big up. Y'all can go to River G and start developing. Y'all leave Maria.
No.
If I write to Maria and slave, y'all can go there. I told Queenie in the last time. Queenie said, I can't go back and see myself. I told Queenie, I said, you're going back the last time we're talking. He said, I'm willing to go back to Liberia. And I felt so good. I felt good because all those that we joined CDC together from Georgia, you have Dr. Queenie, you had Jigwe, you had Tanya Joe. I mean, we were so much, I think more than 20 of us who were together at Tanya Joe Mother's Thing. But when I got up that night to talk, I represented CDC and all of them, Mary Johnson, George Mary Johnson, all of them were happy. They came here and when we talk, they will always say, we want to go back to represent our to something. And that's what I want you to say. But if you keep on saying that, you will make your children afraid to go back home. And my son, who was born in this country, my son is over there. He has a foundation. He's working hard over there. He a retired lieutenant in the U.S. Army, but he's down there working. Okay? I see why you would say that nobody will bother you. I want when you get in that plane, when you land into Liberia, say, oh, here, Liberia, here, sweet land of liberty will always be yours. Don't say that again. I love you and tell my sister and my nieces there, nephew there, Merry Christmas.
All right. Thank you so much, Escuda. Thank you so much. And Merry Christmas. Happy New Year to you as well.
Bye.
All right. Bye now. All right, guys. So, Sis couldn't express herself, but again, you have to be secure for yourself. All right. I know certain individual in our country, and there's something just in my mind, in my body, in my soul that telling me that it will not be good for me. They may not be the one who want to cause trouble for me, but to be honest with you, I heard what she said. It's an open advice, but at the end of the day, I have to make my decision. And my decision is I'm not going back over there. As long as Mr. Weah is president, he's not giving me the guarantee. Because I know I didn't want to prolong the conversation with State Student, but Mr. Weah keep things in out a lot. Yeah. He keeps things in out a lot. Yes. He doesn't open up to nobody. There are several times I tried reaching out to him. He don't reciprocate. And somebody like that, no. I'm not brave to go to that country. Yes. Because many of you who follow me here, you know very well that I campaign for this person. All right. I campaign for him. And there are times that I came very tough on him. He saw some of the videos. I got a message that he saw them. But he just decided to be who he wants to be. And that his own stuff. But as far as I'm concerned, I cannot go back over there as long as he's president. Yes. There's something just in me telling me. I mean, I just told you guys my story. I lost siblings in our country. My mother died of natural death. But as my father goes, there's the LPC war came. They all ran in the countryside. He died there. And then as far as my little brother goes, he was killed, and stuff like that. And then, of course, my older brother. So I hear what you say, Sis Kuden, but I just have to be secretive for myself. Yes, I just have to be secretive for myself. Yes. So let's bring the last video here for the night. It will be Madam Joy Howard Taylor. And I hope Sis Kuden is listening to again because there's something that there are things that Madam Joy Howard Taylor said here, very troubling too. So let's do a video of it.
Good morning to you. Compliments of the season.
Good morning. Good morning to all of the hosts this morning and to the True FM family and to all of the other stations that are broadcasting. I want to say Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to the people of Liberia.
It's my pleasure to be here representing Prime FM. My name is Kelvin Demi. It's my pleasure to have an interaction with Excellency Chief Dr. Joe Howard.
It is also my pleasure to sit in the same room with you to do this interview. I'm honored. Thank you.
Great. So normally we start, how you doing in health, in body, before you extend your Christmas meeting message out to our many listeners?
You know, before I talk about me, I want to extend my deepest sympathy to Madam Salif, who lost her eldest son a few days ago. Unfortunately, this year we've had 3 sons of 3 former presidents pass away. Totman, Tolbert, and now Sirleaf. And I'm not sure what's happening, but I want to extend my deepest sympathies to these families and to the families of all of those who may have lost loved ones in the last few months. It's a difficult time for families when you lose people you love, but I pray that God will give them strength and courage during this difficult period. Well, I'm okay. I thank God for grace and favor and mercy. For every day that you live, when you get up in the morning and you can breathe and you can see and you can walk, it's something to tell God thank you for. So I'm grateful to have this opportunity this morning, and thank you for hosting me.
Okay.
Madam Vice President, so today is Christmas Eve, and tomorrow is Christmas Day. What's your message to the hundreds of thousands of Liberians listening to you?
My message is simple. As a Christian, this season reminds us of the precious gift of life that God gave us through his son, Jesus Christ. And I know some people will be complaining about the fact that they don't think he was born on this day, and whatever the other issues are. I think Christians commemorate this day as a day of saying thank you to God for giving us his son. And so for everyone who's alive in our country,
All right, guy, I'm going to put it in a little bit.
in the diaspora, are at least alive today. So Merry Christmas, and we pray that 2022 will bring more blessings than we may have had this year.
Madam Vice President, I want to start with the Bone County.
Yes, go straight into it.
Yes, straight into the Bone County issue. Madam Vice President, in 2014, the now Senator, Dr. Henry Topa, he ran against you. And in that election, you were announced winner, and he had some fundamental issues that he took to the NEC, and that was resolved. He actually won the case, but based on some advice from permanent citizens of Bone County, in the interest of Bone County, he did not take up another case. Now that you supported Melvin Savage in the CDC candidate in District Number 2, Bone County, and he's having similar issues as it relates to the just ended election. You are, as a vice president, you are like the biggest political figure in Bone County. Are you willing to talk to Melvin Savage so that he can drop all complaints in the interest of Bone County for James Colette to go ahead and take his seats?
But you know, the first thing is that in 2014, a case was brought up, and I think the case, if I
Move ahead,
correctly,
guys.
was that
There's
they
something I
were
want to talk about
ahead of
here.
him. So that's a misconception. I don't think they would have, like I said, this is someone who
Disappointed of the kind of result that came out.
No, I'm not.
That Madam Jewel, however, have taken up.
But you let me answer the one question first.
Okay.
And I think it's important
Let's move here.
giving these fake voters cards, because if you're not registered, this is something that needs to go through the process. If they find out that the information that Honorable Savage has provided is going through. So I don't know if you wanted to ask this question.
That was just a follow-up question
Okay.
to Olive.
Is it a follow-up, Kevin?
Yeah, it's a follow-up to your question concerning the election, the just ended election in Bone County.
You know, the thing about life is people have all kinds of perceptions, and I can't help what people think or what they believe. I think Honorable Melvin Savage is not a child. He's an adult, probably in his 50s. He knows why he has gone to this process to see it through. And I think
Of Bone County, as many persons will refer or call you, the face of Bone County, losing out in the very major.
And the party is not Joe Howard Taylor. How we won, you know, in so many places that people didn't expect.
I'm trying to find something here, guys.
Some of my children attend. It's a private school.
I learned your granddaughter.
That's why I'm saying it's more than just my granddaughter.
Okay.
Yeah, we do have, in my family, there are 3 members of our family that attend, all girls that attend the school. So it's more than just one person.
Wow.
And, you know, in these cases, we try to just shield people from what has happened. So I don't want to talk about her as an individual.
Okay.
I believe that what happened should not have happened. But for me, the alarming thing is if it could happen in such an institution, what's happening at the lower levels? And we keep talking about sexual and gender-based violence. Women are harassed in offices. You have to sleep with people before you get a job. Women are harassed in businesses. Women are harassed in schools. And it's
So,
something.
guys, this is the part. This is the part that I have been trying to reach here. All right, this is the part here in this conversation that I'm trying to really capture here. And now that she said it, so question was asked to the vice president. She is the vice president of the Republic of Liberia through the Coalition for Democratic Change. Madam Joy Howard Taylor is a female. Now, she was asked about what happened to a girl. I think the girl having to be somehow related to her. And she don't want to focus on the girl from a personal or biological relationship with the child, but she's speaking to the overall impact that, I mean, sexual abuse, violence against women. She works for the government. The way she answered the question clearly put her in a defensive position. Why? Because the Minister of Gender, the Ministry of Justice, since they've been in this government or since they've been in power, they have not come out with any report as to what they have done, what they are doing to fight against violence against women, rape across the country. Nothing. So I want you to listen to the vice president as he answers this question again. So let me just backtrack a little bit here. Listen to her.
We do have in my family, there are three members of our family that attend, all girls that attend the school. So it's lessons, and that's how I look at it. That it is a lesson. What do we do with the lessons that we have, gotten from the electorate is still in our ambit as the ruling party. So I don't take it personally at all.
Okay, so I think we're done with the Bonkate thing. Let's move on to this North pictures that was circulated all on the social media. You run one of the best institutions. You have a couple of scholarships to Modern Grace, your own foundation, the U.S. Starship Foundation, all of it. What's your own intake on all of these North photos?
And this is a school that some of my children attend. It's a private school.
I learned your granddaughter.
That's what I'm saying. It's more than just my granddaughter.
Okay.
We do have in my family, there are three members of our family that attend, all girls that attend the school. So it's more than just one person.
Wow.
And in these cases, we try to just shield people from what has happened. So I don't want to talk about her as an individual. Okay. I believe that what happened should not have happened. But for me, the alarming thing is if it could happen in such an institution, what's happening at the lower levels? And we keep talking about sexual and gender-based violence. Women are harassed in offices. You have to sleep with people before you get a job.
And now, you see, that is the part already getting to me here, right? So this is the second in command. And the officers she talk about, majority of the officers are under the executive branch. So the question becomes, what is coming from the top in terms of sexual violence against women within the public and private places of work? What policy, if you were to walk into any agency or ministry, how many training have been downloaded to the people? How many awareness ministers, those who are in authority, have gotten to get away with these things? Many are working in this country here. Upon taking on a job and through all your stay on that job, you get quarterly, routine, semi-annual, and annual training about different policies as to how you can behave. Madam Joy Howard Taylor, former senator, now vice president, and a female, talking about, aside from her granddaughter, what happened at the bottom there. What do you make of that? Mr. Weah is up there as president. These people who are committing the kind of bad, act and stuff like that, what is happening to them? When people say, oh, Rennie, don't go to Liberia, there are so many things, aside from me putting myself in harm's way. I don't want to go to Liberia and start to see young girls, young boys telling me stories about how economic situation have conditioned them to do things that they don't want to do. I don't have that feeling to listen to the kind of story. It will break me down. It will mess with my mind psychologically. So what are they doing in the country? Right now, we got a lot of people in the country there having fun time. They don't care because it is not them. But listen to the vice president. My concern here is, what is the Ministry of Justice doing to prosecute these people? How many people have been thrown in jail after a successful investigation, trial, and closure? And what message is being sent from the executive branch, the judiciary, not the judiciary, the national legislature? What are they doing to stop these things? Listen to the woman more here.
Women are harassed in businesses. Women are harassed in schools. And it's something deeper. And thankfully, I've been talking about this for many years, because you can imagine what it would have looked like if I had not been speaking about it. And just come on there and say, oh, because it affects us.
So the fact that she's speaking on it now, what about her boss, the president? What is he saying about it? You see, guys, when your report come out, take your feeling out of it. If you're a sedition, take your feeling out of any human rights report that will be coming up next year. If this is sexual-based violence is high in Liberia, the vice president is admitting that not only is it happening now, she had been fighting against it 10 years ago. But fortunately for her, she is now a vice president to the president, the commander-in-chief. What happened when she just close to him and said, Chief, I've been fighting over the thing here. We need to do something about it. Try to enforce some action through our law or through executive order to stop this thing from happening across the different ministry and agency. Joy Howard Taylor is speaking on sexual-based violence and the issue of rape from a non-governmental position. That means she's standing from outside and saying this thing continue to happen in this government. And that is painting Georgia government very bad. So don't be surprised if the issue of sexual-based violence and abuse against women top the list of some of the things that Liberia and President Weah need to take care of. Listen to her more again.
A member of my family. But I think it's wrong. I think more stringent measures need to be put in place so that whether you're in school or you're in an office or wherever you are, if people are harassed, women especially, something needs to be done. And I did a press statement the other day calling for our international partners to maybe set up a call center for women who are abused. Sometimes people are unable to report it. Sometimes people are in difficult.
CDC is the legitimate government of Liberia, but you listen to Joel Howard Taylor telling you that it should call on the international community. What do you make of that? Should we rely on the international community for everything? So why can't we tell them to take the paycheck that the government officials are drawing? You see, this is where I already get a little bit pumped up. You got people in a different ministry that have been set up to protect the people of Liberia. Why do you take the Constitution? Why do you swear on the Constitution to serve and protect the people? Joel Howard Taylor is talking about bringing in international community to set up what? Call center. Call center for what? When you got Ministry of Gender, you got Justice Ministry. These are powerful institutions in the country that's supposed to be clamping down on the bad behavior, including the President's Office of Accountability and Ethics. Ethics and Accountability Office. Do we have one in Liberia? The Department of Ethics and Accountability. Do we have it in Liberia? Because these things are happening from those who are in power. They are coming strictly under the violation of ethics and good behavior. Do we have it in Liberia? We don't. How many people talk about that here? No. Most of the Liberian guys in here, they find pleasure going to Monrovia and having good time with girls. So why do you think they're going to talk about this thing here? And that's the second reason. And many other reasons, I'm going to find it very difficult to go to that country. Because the people in power, they are not ready. The people who here that run the big shows around here, they are not ready to change that country. And I'm not going to be part of what they are doing to the people back there. I'm not going to be part of it. I will be speaking from the outside. Joel Howard Taylor is not making any sense here when it comes to how to adequately prevent what is happening to our young girls across that country.
Situations and they can't even get out. There may be a student somewhere who is harassed by a teacher who feels like if she doesn't conform to what he did, she will fail. Thankfully, these young people at that school got together and had a discussion amongst themselves and decided they will report it. So it makes somebody strong to be able to report that at that kind of early age. And so I think it's beyond.
So what happened to the school ethics? What happened to the Ministry of Ethics? How can you create a transparency? It's to audit the process. It's to audit the process. It's to audit programs and see how kids, students are catching up to these things. Hold on, Kuda. Hold on there, Kuda. Let me finish. You're coming. You're coming. All right? It's to audit the process. It's to audit the process. Every ministry should have an ethics to address these things. The fact that these things are happening, it gives every Liberian the sense that it is happening. The question is, how do we solve this problem? How do we solve the problem? Every ministry should have an ethic and good behavior policy that every student, every employee of each ministry should understand that your job got nothing to do with you having an affair. Teacher, janitor, security guard, whoever you are, you read the policy, and for any reason something happened, it should be immediately reported to the administration and followed by an investigation and some conclusion, including a measure or penalty, including termination. But we're not doing nothing in the country. We're not doing nothing in the country. And nobody talking about it. But in this country, many all go for orientation, will go to, no house playing, no doing it, no drink. We'll sound off on all these things. But when it comes to our country, we ourselves are the problem. Our government is not doing enough to fight sexual violence in the country. They're not doing. You listen to the vice president. She's telling you to call on international community to set up a call center. What about the Ministry of Gender? What is that minister doing over there? What about the Ministry of Justice that's supposed to ensure that any behavior relating to abuse should be investigated immediately? What is the Ministry of Social Welfare doing in our country if they still have it there? When people are traumatized, what are they supposed to do to help them get back into society? What are they doing? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. So that means the government is not functioning well, folks. I'm sorry, the government not functioning well. You hear from the VP. She's talking out to say that she's not part of the government and the government doesn't have no strategy on how to solve the problem. But the reality there is she's working in this government. My fellow Liberian, you got a long way to go in our country. You got a long way to go. The year has come to an end. Look what the vice president is telling us now, that they don't have the means to solve this problem in our country. 2022 is coming. Nothing going to change in our country. All right. So let's play the last one here. We'll be out of here.
Just the school. We had an incident with the More Than Me, where a Liberian who had been asked to find young, capable girls on this More Than Me scholarship by the American lady, end up sleeping with the mothers, end up sleeping with some of the girls, just to put them on it. When does it stop? And I think the men need to start to talk about this, because when the women talk, it's like, okay, they're talking. It's not normal. It's not the way it should be. And the thing is, it could be your daughter. So all of you who have daughters out there, look at this carefully. Start to talk.
What will happen to anyone who try that thing in this country here? What will happen to them? What will happen to them if they go to the Middle East and try it there? What will happen to them? There is some common denominator. The law will take a course. But in Liberia, the law will remain silent. Whether it is the parent not reporting it, whether it is the cousin not reporting it, if it's determined, the law will take a course. We need people who will put their foot down on our people in a way that they will understand. But they must be told, they should be educated that these things destroy lives before it even becomes a real life. How long can we go with this thing here? How long? We're not ready to change that country, man. We are not ready to change that country.
Talk to them, because sometimes they are afraid. You know, it took a long 1 week conversation between those young girls to be able to determine, you know, we're going to report this because it is wrong. Thankfully, in my house, I've talked about this over and over and over and over. But who knows? You know, some people who have been abused, because I don't think there's just one incident. Maybe it's something that has happened before. So I think we all need to look a little bit carefully in the term, if you take it personally, how do I protect my daughter, you know, from such an abuse? Because it could happen to you. So for me, I want to just look at the higher level. I hope a call center can be created where people are on duty 24 hours so that people from around the country can call in if there is an issue. Because most times women are afraid.
We just don't need a call center. A call center should be a database collection point. But what do we do with the data? If somebody call and say, oh, I was molested or I've been harassed by the teacher or by the employee, all right? I mean, the employer or the employee, what would be the next step? Is to investigate the process. So she's just calling for a call center. It is not enough. It is not enough. Call center, take the information, turn that over to a field investigator, follow up with the institution to determine what is going on over there. If they determine that further investigation is needed, it get into that second phase. If they warrant any arrest be made, go to trial get fair hearing, incarceration. Those things will start to go away. But before we start that process, let the policy honor the ethics be given to every employee, and as well as the expectation of private institutions to follow those things too. So what you are today is saying here making no sense. You've been seeing it for 10 years. You think that when the call center will solve that problem? You got a long way to go in that country. You got a long way to go in that country. And Mr. Weir is not looking in that direction. No, he's not looking in that direction. Because the people he got around him, all they do, majority of them, just worship him. Just worship him. So the issue, I'm telling you guys now, I'm saying it today on the eve of this Christmas here. Some of you guys already celebrating your Christmas, especially in Australia, Liberia, you already started your Christmas. This 24th day of my side in America here, come next year, you will see that report that Liberia need to do more when it comes to sexual-based violence against women and rape. The reason here is Joel Howard Taylor is adding to what many of us have said about the government lack of interest to ensure that women and children are protected in our country. Nothing. Joel Howard Taylor calling for call center. That should tell you that the Ministry of Gender, Justice, Internal Affairs, they all fail the Liberian young girls and women in our country because they are not doing nothing. Period. Let's move on.
To really come out.
Madam Vice President, on the issue about the nude pictures, when you brought up, I listened to your response, and it doesn't look so strong and detailed, especially coming in from the victims who are altogether kids. Now, sitting here listening to you, your statement is about calling the attention of the international community, specifically the U.S. government. He's a citizen of the United States of America, I'm told, according to reports. What has been the recommendation to your government, being the second person, the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia? I do not think recommending a call center should just be altogether
Thank you. Thank you. I think there are some people in our country that measure. Thank you.
And my point was that we need a call center. Families need to pay attention to their daughters. The abuse has to stop.
How can they stop?
I don't want to make
How can it be stopped?
It's not just about me. It's about many families.
How can it be stopped? You got many students in our country. You got many students in our country that are getting paid. And if you read the statutory, the law that established in ministry, they tell you what needs to be done. You see, I'm sorry to say this, but you guys who listen to the big platform, y'all missed a lot of things this year. One of the major problems wasn't brought to any platform to discuss. And that's why you listen to today. Because the show was aired yesterday, Liberian time, today, my time, it was early this morning. The vice president talking about calling for call center. What happened to all the ministers? You see, when people do not have a goal, whenever they take office, what is your 3-year strategic plan to achieve a goal? That is why we are government issuing here. When I told them to establish a 3 to 4 year vision plan for every ministry, you put those vision together based on the challenges you have. If the issue of rape, violence against women, you should come up with programs that will begin to help our people understand why it is wrong to condone or to even commit such a bad practice. Nothing.
It is in, that's a part of this process that has affected a member of my family. But I think the police is involved. They are doing the investigation, and I leave it at that. I am thankful that it didn't go beyond that, but there are instances where it actually goes beyond. So this is a societal problem. Everyone has to pick it up. But when I talk about the call center, for me is an avenue for people to be able to say, hey, I'm in crisis here. Can someone come and help? Because sometimes the girls will not want to tell their mothers. Sometimes they won't want to tell the teachers. There's a whole thing. And I think, as I called for in my press release, that the school has to provide counseling for these young ladies who were part of this process. So it's an ongoing thing. But again, I'm vice president. If I continue to make noise, they'll say, oh, only because it's her granddaughter. So for me,
so you see right there, she telling you, but she using her daughter. That means that she doesn't have a voice. That means she doesn't have a voice. In Liberia, vice president is nobody. And I think sometimes I will agree with Cummings when he said he don't want to be in our role. Joy Howard Taylor is sending a message when she said, again, I'm vice president. When I go talk, they said I'm my granddaughter. It's more than that. But she cannot say, oh, the country is messed up.
Let's finish up. I'm happy that they reported it. I'm happy that she was strong enough to say this is wrong. But how about the other girls that are not strong enough? So this has to be something that goes to another level when you talk about sexual and gender-based violence. It is a pervasive thing in our society, and government, civil society, business owners, families, all of us have to find a way around this. Churches and religious institutions, what's happening? There are pastors that are sleeping with members in their church. It's a whole...
Pastors sleeping with members in the church. Does that make that place a correct place? Really? Pastor, men of God, take the Bible and preach every Sunday, but they're sleeping with members in the church. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll start the show here. As far as I'm concerned, Liberians, both abroad and locally, our country is aging, but we are moving backward. Our age is increasing, our level of development is decreasing. Spiritually, politically, economically, technologically, we are declining in everything in our country, which is a shame. For pastor to be sleeping with members in the church, you can forget about our country. Guys, Happy New Year to you. Happy Christmas to you guys. I'm not too sure what I will be here tomorrow. Enjoy your day. If you already started, keep enjoying it. For me, I'm not going to reflect on the people back home who will not have food to eat tomorrow. Yes, the people that will not have food to eat tomorrow. The people who will be looking around for food. When I was in Liberia, that's the same situation I went through. So guys, let me say a big thank you to you guys. We got a long way to go. Such a topic like this, you see where it ends at, right? That's how long it's going to take for the country to be better. When it comes to essential things that make Liberia better, we are less interested in those things. And we think by our feelings going to make Liberia a better country, we are wasting our time. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news whenever I come on my show. But until we learn to understand that there are things that we overlook, but those things we overlook are the most essential things that are supposed to make our country better. Until we recognize those things and commit ourselves, not only to listening, but finding ways to implement it, Liberia going nowhere. We're going nowhere. Come next year around the same time, you will tell me again, Randy, you said it in 2021 December. You said it in 2022. And the reason we are not ready, we don't have leadership that really want to move the country forward. We have people in power who want to care about themselves. And after 174 years, they are not solved the problem of the Liberian people. But they are managed to solve their own problem. They got money, they're rich, they have arrived. Thank you guys so much. God bless you guys. I got things to do. And I will say Merry Christmas to you and your family. As we walk into the new year, I'm walking there with the mindset that Liberia not going to do anything different again. That's me. I challenged Liberia, but I had to put my end result before them. That Liberia you see will not change anything in 2022. That is my mindset. I'm going with in 2022. Until they can prove me wrong, that is it. Because I said it in 2021, and I'm right. That the vice president there right now telling you that the situation is overwhelming. She's calling for international community to establish a call center. That tells you that the government failed when it comes to sexual-based violence against women. The government failed, and that's why the vice president is calling, because the vice president is not giving you any data to say, you see, this is how much we are managed to capture. We have created a safety net. Here are the other challenges. No data for the vice president to speak of. You see how data make facts to be real, but when you have no concrete information to provide, it becomes a fallacy violation. Fallacy violation has no premise that you can base your conclusion on. That's what you are saying right there. See you guys. Got to run. Got other things to do today. Thank you guys so much for the opportunity. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. God bless you guys. Share the video, guys. Bye for now.